You know, some blasters get off to kind of a rocky start and never quite recover, whereas other ones, the company that made them sees the problem and revises them and improves them. You might think I'm referring to the recent case of the Busby Thundershot, and that's an interesting case in and of itself, but I'm actually thinking about the Adventure Force Sentry X2 by Dart Zone. The Sentry X2 is an offering made by Dart Zone and in the Adventure Force line at Walmart. Now this is a rival style blaster, and as you can see it holds 6 balls because it comes with 6 balls. This blaster I want to say came out a few years ago because it feels like it was pre-COVID. I don't actually know, but it's been out a while. Now some of us got to try it and were not necessarily impressed by it. I don't know that anybody really liked it. If you compare it to something like the Nerf rival Kronos, it was nowhere near as good. Me personally, there are 2 factors that made me not really care for this blaster. One of them is the loading mechanism was very finicky. I found that it simply did not feed rounds reliably. And the second one is the performance. A lot of Nerf brand rival offerings give you FPS around 100. This one was honestly really poor, at least by my recollection, which is possibly flawed. But what some of us didn't realize is there have actually been a number of revisions of the Sentry X2. There's a total of 3 versions of this blaster, and the performance and reliability have increased with each version. So I don't know what order things will release in, but I recently got this blaster while thrifting, and I wasn't sure which version it was. On taking it home and checking, I realized that it was the initial version, which was not very good. But getting this inspired me to actually seek out my local Walmart and see if I could find the good version, the 3rd version, which is the best. And luckily, I found one. I'm going to link to a Reddit post where I read a lot of information about this. That'll be the most helpful source of information. But what it boils down to is that each of the revisions of this blaster have improved it. Now, how can you tell if you are getting the good version or the bad version? That's a great question. So the main ways to tell are difference is in the pattern of the grip and in this screw port right here. And I'll put up some photos. And what it boils down to is the original version, this indentation line or groove in the grip goes all the way to the back and kind of wraps around. So there's a line that goes right there. Okay? On the newer version, this line actually goes up to here on the blaster. It does not wrap around the back of the grip. It goes up. Now the other way to tell, and this probably won't show up on the video, but the screw port, this screw port right here, for whatever reason, this is higher on the 3rd version. So the difference between the 1st version and the 2nd version is this pattern in the grip. The difference between the 2nd version and the 3rd version is this screw port. You can actually tell in the package, the screw port is on the other side of the blaster from the one that you can see open in the package. But if you look at it, you can still kind of see it around the top. So what is the difference? Ultimately, the newer one feeds more reliably and the performance is way higher. So what we're seeing is that the original version is giving FPS in the 70s. The newer version is giving FPS around 100. I think the 80 might have also been a misfire that hit the inside of the chronograph. So all things considered, should you consider the newest version of the Sentry X2? If you are still in the Nerf rival space, then I say definitely. It is a $10 blaster at Walmart stores, which some people don't like Walmart, that's fine. But the blaster itself is actually quite good now. And in my opinion, it is now competitive with the Kronos. So give it a shot. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. In the package, again, this probably